Hello, how are you? In this series of your doubt solving, today in this lecture, we are solving some your doubts of matrices, and these all sums are very easy, right? But you have some problem to solve these questions. So we are solving these all questions, right? So first question is, let ABC be any real numbers. Suppose that there are real numbers x, y, z not all 0, right? Such that x is equal to this, y and z, then a square plus b square plus c square plus 2abc is equal to. Now it is given that there exists x, y, z not all 0. That is, this family of equation has non-trivial solution. And you know, when the non-trivial solution exists, if determinant of the coefficient of x, y, z is equal to 0, then there is a non-trivial solution. So first of all, we have to write this equation in the standard form. So writing this equation in standard form, what we get? First equation is 1x. Now taking this both term to left hand side, this become minus, right? So minus cy plus minus dz is equal to 0. Then this is cx plus minus 1y plus az is equal to 0. And last is bx plus ay plus minus 1z is equal to 0 has non-trivial solution. Why this has a non-trivial solution? Because it is given that the value of x, y and z are non-zero. So it has a non-trivial solution. So taking determinant equal to 0. So determinant equal to 0, that is the coefficient of x, y, z. Determinant of coefficient of x, y, z, that is 1 minus c minus b c minus 1 a b a minus 1 is equal to 0. So expanding this, what we get? 1. This is 1 minus a square. Minus minus plus c. This is minus c minus ab minus b, and this is ac plus b is equal to 0. So multiplying this, what we get? This is 1 minus a square minus c square plus minus abc minus abc minus b square is equal to 0. So taking minus common from this all, we get a square plus b square plus c square minus, that is plus 2abc minus 1 equal to 0. And now our question is, a square plus b square plus c square plus twice abc is equal to, so taking 1 to this side, our answer will be 1. So your option D is the correct answer. So second question is, if A and B are square matrices of order 3 by 3, A and B are square matrices of order 3 by 3, such that A is an orthogonal matrix. Now you know, if A is an orthogonal matrix, then determinant of A is either equal to plus or minus 1, either plus, either minus 1, right? And B is a skew symmetric matrix. Now B is a skew symmetric matrix, so determinant of the skew symmetric matrix of odd order is always 0, that you know. So order is given 3 by 3, that is odd order. So determinant of skew symmetric matrix of odd order is always 0. So determinant of B is equal to 0. Then which of the following statement is true? So in all statement, it is given determinant of AB. Now you know determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. Now determinant of B is 0, that is this, everything is 0. That is determinant of AB is equal to 0 is the correct answer. So your option B is the correct answer. C. So nothing to do, but just what require your concept. If you are conceptually clear and all concept of the mathematics, this is matrices, so all concept of matrices are clear, then you are able to solve each and every question. So no need to write more steps, right? But in this question, if you are not conceptually clear, then it makes a problem for you, right? Now see here. So solving MCQ, require is that you read the question very carefully, right? And then with understanding, try to solve. You can solve it. Now, let K be a positive real numbers. K be a positive real numbers, and A is equal to this matrices and B is equal to this matrices. If determinant of adjoint A plus determinant of adjoint B is equal to 10 raised to 6. Now see, once again here, if you are conceptually clear, then one thing is clear here. B is a, see, elements on diagonal is 0. So as I told you earlier, if elements on the main diagonal is always 0, then check it whether it is a skew symmetric or not. See, this is 2k minus 1, so this is minus 2k minus 1, that is 1 minus 2k. This is root k, this is minus root k, and this is minus 2 root k, and this is plus 2 root k. So this is a skew symmetric matrix. So B is skew symmetric matrix, right? So determinant of B is equal to 0. Determinant of B is equal to 0. So B is a skew symmetric matrix. So determinant of B is equal to 0. First of all, we get this from this concept, right? If determinant of adjoint A plus determinant of adjoint B is equal to 10 raised to 6, means we have to find out the determinant of adjoint A and determinant of adjoint B, right? Now for that, we have to find out determinant of A. Now determinant of A, and also you know one formula, determinant of adjoint A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 1, where n is the order of the given matrices, right? So this is given determinant of adjoint A plus determinant of adjoint B is equal to 10 raised to 6. This is given. Determinant of adjoint A plus determinant of adjoint B is equal to 10 raised to 6. That is determinant of adjoint A plus determinant of adjoint B is equal to 10 raised to 6. Now, determinant of adjoint A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 1, where n is the order. So here order is 3 by 3. Both matrices order 3 by 3, right? So determinant of adjoint A is equal to determinant of A square plus determinant of B square is equal to 10 raised to 6. Now determinant of B is 0 because B is a skew symmetric matrix. So determinant of that is 0. So this is 0. So what you have? You have determinant of A square is equal to 10 raised to 6. Determinant of A square is equal to 10 raised to 6. That means now only one way you have to do that, you have to expand this, right? So you have to expand this determinant, and if you expanding this determinant, you will get determinant of A is twice k plus 1 whole cube whole square. I am not expanding this, I know this, that's why I am writing. This is twice k plus 1 whole cube, you have to expand this. This is a homework for you, right? So 2k plus 1 whole cube. Determinant of A is 2k plus 1 whole cube. You know how to expand this. So that's why I am leaving for you. So this is 2k plus 1 is to 6. So this implies 2k plus 1 whole raised to 6 is equal to 10 raised to 6. That is twice k plus 1 is equal to 10. Twice k plus 1 is equal to 10. That is twice k is equal to 9. So k is equal to 9 by 2. And what you have to find out? Then ceiling function of k. Then this is given ceiling function of k is equal to. So ceiling function of k, that is ceiling function of k is equal to, sorry, this is ceiling function, is equal to ceiling function of k is ceiling function of 9 by 2, and this 9 by 2 means in ceiling function you know this 9 by 2, that is 4.5. So ceiling function is value of ceiling function for 9 by 2, that is 4.5. So in ceiling function always you have to take this part right hand side first integer, and in floor function or greatest integer function, and this is minimum integer function. So this is your answer will be 5, right? So answer is 5. So this is your answer 5, right? So see, nothing to do if you are conceptually clear. So for that you have to read your theoretical questions, your theoretical aspect very well, right? Keep in mind. So if you are conceptually clear, is very easy, right? Now next question is, if the adjoint of a 3 by 3 matrix P is 1 4 4 2 4 2 1 7 1 1 3, then the possible value of the determinant of P are, this is determinant, right? Determinant of P are. So you have to find out the value of determinant of P. So once again, if the adjoint of a 3 by 3 matrix P is this, that is, suppose we say this is A, then this is determinant of this is equal to P square. Applying this formula, adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 1. So determinant of this, that is 1 4 4 2 1 7 1 1 3, right? If the adjoint of this matrix is then the possible value of the determinant of P. So determinant of P is this, right? That is equal to determinant of P square. Then the possible value of determinant P, right? So apply this formula, adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 1. So that is, here is P. So this is P. P is this adjoint, right? Now are you following this? This is the adjoint of P. So adjoint of A is this, determinant of adjoint of A, right? This is the adjoint of P, right? Then is equal to determinant of A, that is determinant of P, 1 power less, that is P square. So expanding this, what we get? This is 1. 3 minus 7 is minus 4. Minus 4. 6 minus 7 is minus 1. Plus 4. 2 minus 1 is 1 is equal to determinant of P square. So therefore, determinant of P square is equal to minus 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 4, right? So determinant of P square is equal to 4. So possible value of determinant of P are plus or minus 2. Are plus or minus 2. That is option A is the correct answer, right? Next question is, if A and B are two non-singular matrices which commute, that is AB is equal to BA, then A into A plus B inverse into B whole raised to inverse into AB is equal to, now you know one formula, AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. This formula you know, you are very aware of this formula. This is very important formula. Now first of all, this I am taking this only, right? So this is A into A plus B inverse into B inverse. This is given. So applying this formula, now you know also, if ABC raised to minus 1, that is ABC inverse is equal to C inverse, B inverse, A inverse. So starting from here in reverse order, so this is B inverse, this is A plus B inverse whole raised to inverse, because this is inverse, right? And then A inverse. Now you know this, inverse of inverse, that is A inverse of inverse is a matrices itself. So this is B inverse into A plus B into A inverse. Now multiplying this, this is B inverse into A, and also this is multiplying, so this is A inverse, right? Plus this is B inverse B into A inverse. Now A into A inverse is I. A into A inverse is I, that you know. So this is B inverse into I plus B inverse into B is also I. So this is I into A inverse. So this is B inverse plus A inverse. So answer of this, only this is B inverse A inverse, right? Now we have to multiply this, that is this, with AB. So therefore A into A plus B inverse into B inverse into AB is equal to, multiply this with AB, what we get? B inverse into AB plus A inverse into AB. Now AB is also commute is given, which is commute, that is AB is equal to BA. So here what we want? B inverse into B, then it's I. So we have to change this to BA because A and B are commute. So this is B inverse into BA plus this is applying associative law. This is A inverse into A into B. So this is again applying associative law to this. This is A plus this is I into B. Now this is I into A. So this is I into A. I am not writing I into A is A. I am writing directly. And this is I into B is B. So your answer is A plus B. That is option A is correct one. Right? For solving this type of question in exam, that is in your competitive exam, GUJCAT or any, right? No need to write this everything. From here you can write directly this B. So this is B, then this and this, right? And then multiplying, if you know this A into A inverse is I, so you can write directly B inverse, and this is I, so you can write directly A inverse. So no need to write down this all step, but this is for your practice. That's why I am writing all step. Now after this, you have to multiply by AB. So AB is commute. So B inverse into AB, that is A. So A is remaining here, only B remaining. So answer is A plus B. So this is an example of only 3 steps. But for that, as I told you earlier, you require conceptually clear, right? So now again, second question. If P is a 3 by 3 matrix such that P transpose is equal to P plus I, where P is transpose is the transpose of matrix and I is the identity matrix of 3 by 3, then there exists a column matrix X such that X, Y, Z not equal to 0, then Px is equal to. So what is given here? It is given P transpose is equal to twice P plus I. So we have to find out the value of Px, right? So this is Px. So we have to find out P from this. So taking transpose, right? So taking transpose this, then P transpose of transpose is equal to, this is 2P transpose plus I, right? If you take, you know, transpose of a identity matrix is always the identity matrix, right? Now transpose of transpose is matrix itself, that is this is P. So this is also not required step. You know, if you are taking transpose, then transpose of transpose is P, right? This is 2P transpose, so this is 2. Now, sorry, P transpose is again twice P plus I, so I am writing this twice P plus I, right? So now from this is P, this is 4P, so this is 3P, and this is 2I plus I, this is 3P. So P is equal to, what we get? Minus I. So if you are able to simplify this, then you are saving the time, otherwise no. But I am now writing all steps, right? So see, this is P is equal to 4P plus twice I plus I, that is minus 3P is equal to, this is 3I, that is P is equal to minus I. As I told you earlier, P is equal to minus I from here. So no need to write these 3 steps. You are able to do, you can, right? So now what is your question? Px. So Px is equal to minus Ix. I into X, that is identity matrix into X. Now this multiplication is always minus X, that is you know. So your answer is minus X, and that is option D. Right? Now this is last question of your doubt session. Let M be a 3 by 3 non-singular matrices with determinant M is equal to alpha. So what is given? Determinant of M is equal to alpha. This implies this determinant of M is equal to alpha. This is given. Then M inverse into adjoint of adjoint M is equal to Ki. Then the value of K is. Now for adjoint and determinant, you have one formula. Adjoint of A into A is equal to determinant of A into I. This you know. This is your formula. Adjoint of A into A is equal to A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. We have to apply this formula because here is adjoint of adjoint. So we have to apply this formula. So here it is given, instead of A, M is given. So I am writing M into adjoint of M is equal to determinant of M into I. Right? So I am applying this formula here like this. I am taking just this A into adjoint A. This is determinant of A into I. Now we require adjoint of adjoint M. So we have to replace M by. So replacing M by adjoint M. Replacing M by adjoint M. So here also, so this also replacing M by adjoint M. So what we get? Adjoint of M into adjoint of M is equal to replacing M. So here also, so adjoint of M into I. Because of this is your hint. We require this. Now you have one formula. A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. That is the formula for A inverse. That is adjoint of A is equal to, remember this also, adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into A inverse. Adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into A inverse. Why we are thinking for this formula? Because our question has M inverse into adjoint of adjoint M. So this is adjoint of adjoint M. But we can't have inverse of M. So how we get this? But this is our one extra term, adjoint of M. So if we apply adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into A inverse, then adjoint of M is determinant of M into M inverse, right? Determinant of A into A inverse, determinant of M into M inverse into adjoint of M is equal to, now adjoint of M, what is your, now this applied formula, you have one formula also, that is determinant of adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A raised to n minus 1. This is your formula. So now this is determinant of M whole square and determinant of M is given alpha. So this is determinant of M whole square into I. Apply this formula because it is given 3 by 3 non-singular matrices. Now determinant of M, again determinant of M is given alpha. Here determinant of M is alpha. So substituting value alpha M inverse adjoint of M is equal to alpha square into I, right? Alpha square into I. Now the one alpha will be cut. So what we get? M inverse into adjoint of M is equal to alpha into I, is equal to alpha into I, and alpha into I is equal to alpha. So now comparing this answer of this M inverse into adjoint of adjoint M, M inverse into adjoint of adjoint M is equal to Ki. So this is alpha I. No need to write alpha here because it is given K into I. So what is K? K is alpha. What is K? K is alpha. So simple, right? So nothing to do. We are applying one and one formula. Determinant of adjoint A is determinant of A raised to n minus 1, and this formula we are using first time, right? Otherwise this we used for many times, right? So this everything is very simple, and you are able to solve this type of question very well, and you can remember this. Always believe in yourself. You are able to, and nothing is impossible for you. Everything is possible, but for that you have to require some practice. So do practice, right? Without practice nothing is possible, right? So do practice at home. Thank you.